Alright folks, we're about ready to get into the next game. This is going to be a little bit interesting because this is a game that's currently in closed alpha testing. This is not available to the public as of yet. It's by a company called Carbon Games. So we're going to try this one out. This could be tricky because this has got a really long sort of tutorial page that, if I'm totally honest, I haven't read. So I know the basics of the game in that it's a Dota/RTS style thing, but we're going to give it a shot. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is AirMech? AirMech is a Dota/RTS hybrid title by a company, in fact, called Carbon Games. I have no idea what it's all about because, hey, this is WTF-a-thon, so that's kind of the point. Let's have a look at things and see what's going on here. Alright, we can customize our army if we so desire. Oh, look, it's a Space Marine, how wonderful. Missile tanks, medium tanks, all sorts of things I have available here. Very nice. Alright, I'm going to play against computer-controlled opponents initially. And, yep, this is a work in progress. It's development testing only. This is very, very early on. Please bear in mind that this is a work in progress and is not necessarily representative of the quality of the final product. Alright, let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's find out what's actually going on with this game. Alright, WSD to move and shoot. Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ! Alright, it kind of moves as quickly as a jet, or you can left-click as well. And you can spin around like an absolute doofus. There you go, look at that. Whee! I could just keep doing this for the entire time. Alright. Left-click to move and shoot. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know why you can't just... How do you shoot and... Left-click to move and shoot. Alright. Well, I left-clicked, and it didn't actually move and shoot, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Oh, God, no, don't get rid of the... Jesus. That's not good. It's got rid of the freaking tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing! Help! God. What is this? I think this picks up... Let's just restart this, shall we? So I can have this tutorial. Right. Okay. Spacebar to transform. Oh, that's kind of handy. Right, okay. That also lets me shoot. There we go, right. Pick up or drop units with right-click and spacebar. Scroll mouse wheel to press Q to show building. Alright. Okay. Build a missile tank, I guess. Press R to repeat build. Alright, so I'm building a missile tank. I want to see what's coming out of here. Alright, so can I then pick up the missile tank? Yes, I think I can. There we go. Okay, I have the missile tank. And I think I'm being attacked from this direction, by the sounds of it. Oh, God. Really unpleasant things are happening. There you go, having this missile tank. Oh god, this game just got suddenly very loud all of a sudden. Ah, why will it not let me shoot? Oh, there we go. Okay, use WSD and there, that shoots. Right, okay, I get it. I get it. Is this game really loud for anyone else? It's goddamn it is for me. Okay, hang on. Let me turn it down a bit. There we go. That's a little bit more acceptable. Alright. So I can transform and I can build units. And one assumes that lets me do Dota-style things in the process. But I also stomp around as a... This is a very confusing mix of things, isn't it? So one assumes I have to destroy the opponent's base, doing some RTS-style things in order to make that happen. Can I go back into that mode? There we go. Oh, Christ. There we go. How about we kill that? It's killing all my stuff. I'm not happy about that. So if I were to pick up the missile tank and then drop it there, there's also a set of... You'll notice that there's what appear to be orders down at the bottom. Right-click to set order without dropping unit. Right, so if I wanted it to push an attack and then drop the unit, it would then push forward towards the enemy base. Alright, okay, I see how that sort of works. It's a very odd little system, isn't it? Alright, let's build some more tanks. I've got all of these units here that aren't doing anything. I guess you have to pick them up, give them an order, and then drop them. That seems to be the way of doing things. So it's kind of like you build the army of creeps, I guess. Which is odd. Very odd. It's kind of neat, though. Alright, I've run out of energy, so I guess I have to go back and recharge my energy. In the meantime, let's try and get rid of her. Right, where do I recharge my energy? I think you just go here to get that. It takes energy to build, and I think it takes energy to pick stuff up as well. Yeah, you can see it right there that it does. Alright. Okay, you go in that direction and go and hit the enemy. That sounds like a good idea. There you go, have this other tank. very interesting. Not quite sure what I'm doing, but I'm interested by it. There you go. Yeah, there's a truck here. That's probably a bad idea. Pretty sure I just gave that to a tank. Not ideal. Go on, you kill that tank. That was sod. So you transform back into a mech when you run out of energy, it would seem. I'm trying... There we go, just to limp back up there. All these little blocks, I wonder. Alright, let's build some more units, shall we? You can also repeat build, as you probably saw earlier. Thankfully, the AI is even worse at this game than I am, so that's giving me something of a benefit. As far as I can tell, there doesn't appear to be a method to select multiple units. I did just level up. I don't know what benefit it gives me, but I know I leveled up. So that's a good start, I suppose. You get back up here. Come on, I need to be back in jet form so I can recharge my energy. Bear in mind, of course, this is an alpha test, so it is not representative of the final product. There you go, you go and kill them. You go away as well. I can sort of see what they're trying to do, though. They're trying to take a sort of Dota-style arena game and combine it with a little bit of tower defense and a little bit of RTS. So you're building creeps and you're moving them around. You have to go back to base every now and again because you keep running out of energy for whatever reason. I don't know why that mechanic's there. Alright, you keep pushing forward. All of you guys keep pushing forward, in fact. It's a bit fiddly, I've got to say, in that it's sort of odd that you have to consistently pick up your own stuff as opposed to it just continuing to move forward. Yeah, let's grab a hold of that, shall we? Push it in this direction. The way that the unit orders are designed makes me think that they're probably going to try and release this on console, considering. Because you'll see that they've got this... what's link do? Can I link those two units together? I have absolutely no idea. Some more tanks. God, the AI is awful at this game. Not quite as bad as I am, but certainly getting there. Alright, now we can push them forward with an attack order. So we can maybe build some more units out of this. There we go, I think we're pushing in the direction of the enemy. We'll try a multiplayer game after this, assuming that it allows you to do that. Let's see how that goes. There you go, grab you out of the way. So I assume these are their structures which need to be destroyed. I think infantry go in there and they can maybe capture them, so... Yeah, you can see the infantry marching in there. But then you've got this weird sort of dogfighting mechanic that's going on as well, which is extremely fast-paced. Very odd. I can't exactly remember what the button was to repeat a build. You can also contribute to the fight yourself. No health bars above the creeps, which is kind of weird. Doesn't exactly tell you what you need to do. I think the infantry just move in on their own, and then everything else just moves around as it will. There's definitely some potential here, certainly. Oh, balls. But it is definitely very confusing. There is a tutorial video for this, which I would perhaps recommend watching if you have any interest in it. Let's look for AirMech, which is fairly descriptive of what it is. There are mechs, you are in the air. Really as simple as that. Get back here. There we go. Oh, we've taken over this. Okay, we have sufficient infantry in there to make that work. We really need repairs over here, don't we? And that's the map, as you can see. We're pushing through the side here. Got a supply truck over here. You go forward and defend that base. There we go. Supply truck, I assume, fixes these. Yeah. Yep, there you go. Wonderful. Base repair pod. I don't really know what that does. One assumes it repairs the base. You die, horrible AI bot that does nothing useful. Oh god, they got hold of this base now. Well, that's not very nice, is it? I can definitely see the appeal, though. I can see sort of what they're trying to do. It definitely takes a lot of getting used to, though. It's certainly not what I'd class as usual. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think we necessarily want the same game to be made 5,000 times over. Very curious design decisions going on in here. We haven't capped that yet. We definitely need some more infantry units. There you go. Let's just queue up infantry, infantry, infantry. And then you can, if you want, just bring them directly over here so they'll immediately go and attack a structure. Looks like you need to move 4 infantry in at any given time and light up those 4 lights to gain control of it. There we go. That's one more. More infantry required. Come on, gimme, gimme, gimme. Thankfully, the boss is just letting me do that, because I assume in this alpha they don't really have a lot of AI sorted out. Or any, in fact. What I think might be a good idea is if we just move this tank forward here. Get it in a position where it can actually fight. And the other one. There we go. Make things a little bit easier to capture. Let's grab that. Okay, cool. I now have control of this, which I assume is a good thing. Let's get a couple of turrets out here. Set up for defense. A couple of tanks seem to be doing a reasonable job. Let's move this over here as well. Alright, cool. Set up a turret here, which is going to defend at that little alleyway. Yeah, I'm getting it. I understand what it is now. It's basically a case of try and move in on particular bases, grab a hold of them, build more units as you think they are appropriate. One assumes that they all have different capabilities. They both take, well, they all take different times to create. And then you can carry them over to specific locations and then give them orders, such as guard or force your way forward and things like that. There's some creeps over there that definitely need to be destroyed. Sort of a missile tank. This area seems nicely defended. And then the thing is, your opponent's trying to do the same thing. I think I can just help them and just force my way through here. There we go. You're just sitting around being a bit of a doofus, aren't you? Let's keep building more units. I think our turret should hold here. At least I hope so. Let's move the base repair pod over near the turret. Go. Drop a tank down here. The whole moving units mechanic is really weird. It's not usual. It's not what I would have expected. But it does give you certain tactical options, I suppose. And the fact that you can also fight as well. Get over here. I'm interested to see what kind of persistent progression's going on. I mean, why am I leveling up, for instance? What is this giving me? Is it giving me any benefits whatsoever? I honestly don't really know. But again, that's probably because it's an alpha test that doesn't really explain things all that well. That shouldn't be so much of a problem when they actually release the game. Why don't you go forward and actually attack them, eh? With tanks to break that? Hope so. Stuff is flashing, as in I think I'm losing a lot of units here. Get back here. That's their main base that I don't want to be anywhere sodding near. If it's all possible. Yeah, I get what they're trying to do. It certainly looks like something that might be interesting in the future. Obviously, in its alpha state, it is very much unfinished and lacking a number of things. But I can see what they're trying to get at. Give a little bit more of a strategic RTS style of things when it comes to Dota games. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a pretty solid idea. It's quite nicely presented as well. It's got fairly nice graphic style. I mean, it's not an exceptional graphic style in any real way, but it's fairly nice. It looks pretty. It just lacks, I suppose, an individual style. It looks fairly generic. But that's certainly not the worst crime. Build a few more units, I suppose. Infantry just keeps spawning, everything else you seem to have to move, and one assumes once you've got your teammates, that will be a lot easier. Get my armored cars over there. Grab some units out of here. Kill the bot, which is just hanging around doing absolutely nothing. Because, hey, why not? There we go. Aside from that, though, I think this is going to take a very long time if I continue to play it. I can certainly see the appeal, however. I think that it's got some potential, certainly. The idea that you can customize your army with various different units as well is nice. One assumes that you can change your pilot around once you unlock that. That isn't even a unit yet, because, hey, it is an alpha test, so that's sort of to be expected. You can host games. Basically, that just seems to be on LAN at the moment. But it's worth having a look at, I think, as the development goes along, certainly. It's not got an awful lot to it just yet, but if you're interested in a Dota-style game with some strategic elements to it, it might be worthwhile. It's difficult to assess a game like that when you don't have the opportunity to play with other people. That's probably the worst thing about it. Playing against the AI doesn't really give you all that much experience as to how the game's supposed to work and run and play as a team. But it's worth having a look at. There is a big tutorial video on YouTube if you want to see how the game's played properly, and you can go and check out their website, the link to which is in the description below this video. So keep an eye out for AirMech, which is a forthcoming game currently in closed alpha testing by Carbon Games. My name is TotalBiscuit. You are currently watching the WTF-a-thon. I'll be back with the next game momentarily. Don't go anywhere.